After Alderwoman Marlene Davis's many years of public service, her fellow aldermen, the mayors that served with her partners in city development, and friends gathered to celebrate her retirement from the St. Louis Board of Aldermen. Marlene spent 16 outstanding years on the board, serving the city and her community.
Let me explain what all is going to happen tonight. We're going to have, as a special request from Marlene, 2 songs from Bell. Mike McMillan, who's a special relationship with Marlene. We're going to hear from a couple mayors. First, let's go ahead and start off with Bell.
All right, guys. Can you guys do me a favor and make some noise if you're happy to be alive tonight? Yes, we are celebrating a queen in her own right. Miss Marlene has done so much for the community and so much for so many people, touched so many lives. Personally, I used to bartend for her back in the Jean Lynn's days, and I have come so far from those days, and she has too. So thank you, Miss Marlene. I appreciate your continuous support, your love, the energy, and just the positivity that you share with us all. So I'm going to play Tennessee Whiskey because, baby, she is sweet as Tennessee Whiskey. But if you play with her, yeah, she'll make you stagger just like Tennessee Whiskey. So we're going to get into that. Thank you, guys.
presentation and we'll hear from the guest of honor. How's that sound? Is it going to be fun or what? Well, let's go ahead and start off with Mike McMillan, head of the Urban League. He got wise and left the Board of Aldermen years ago.
I am honored to talk about my dear friend in this life and the next, the Honorable Marlene Elaine Davis, who is now Dr. Marlene Davis after her honorary doctorate from St. Louis University last weekend, that she begrudgingly accepted, that we had to drag her kicking and screaming out of her humility into accepting that, and tonight. And I remember when I first met Marlene. For those of you who know her, this will not surprise you. I was 23. I was running for alderman of the 19th Ward. I was talking to my boss at the time, Mayor Bosley. Marlene walked up at an event. She said, I'm running for, and I want you all to make me the alderman of the 19th Ward, and you need to make that happen. Twirled around and walked off. Did not say anything else. The mayor looked at me and said, don't you have things in better order than this? I said, Mayor, I had no idea that she wanted to run. I saw her the next day as a coincidence. I said, let me talk to you for 10 minutes. We went to lunch and it lasted 5 hours, and it created the friendship of a lifetime that I'm truly blessed to have in my life each and every day as someone that I love, appreciate, admire, and respect. And when you think about Marlene and you think about her service, she is the only person in the history of the city of St. Louis, and we have many, many history makers here tonight, but she's the only one who has been the president of the school board, the chairman of the St. Louis Housing Authority, the president of the school pension fund, the vice president of the Board of Aldermen, and a true advocate for this city. So Marlene, as you can tell from all of the people that are here tonight, this city loves you, it appreciates you, and we know that the story is not over. This is just the next chapter in your service of giving back, helping others, making a difference, and trying to make St. Louis the best that it can be. So we all love you. I want every one of you that are here to raise a glass, to give a toast. And since we are here on the Hill, we wish you Chinzan, 100 years. So that you can continue on, because we wouldn't have it any other way. We love you, admire you, and respect you. Thank you.
Mike McMillan has always been a tough act to follow, but Marlene outdid him. Marlene followed Michael into office as the 19th Ward Alderman. At the time, I was president and CEO at Grand Center, Inc. And Marlene and I became very, very good friends. And I learned two things. Yes means yes, and no means no, and no need to negotiate. I'm going to do what I'll tell you I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do what I didn't tell you I'm going to do. She was very straightforward. Everyone enjoyed working with her. We got a lot done in about 13 years out there. And it all lives today, the legacy that she left behind. Marlene, congratulations. And as Mike said, I don't think the book's done, just the chapter.
Thank you, Mayor. So, first of all, I do want to say, let's give a round of applause to Alderman, or as we call him, Joe Rohde, for bringing us all together tonight. Thank you, Joe. This is just an incredible group, and it's an honor for me to be here tonight to recognize literally a lifetime of public service by Alderwoman Davis. Now, some of you know this, maybe some of you don't. We're used to calling her Alderwoman Davis, but now she is Dr. Davis because she was given an honorary doctorate degree by St. Louis University a week or two ago, very, very recently. I knew about it because I saw it on Facebook. So there's so much to say about Alderwoman Davis. She's had a career really like no other. 19th Ward Alderman for 16 years, served on the SLPS board for 6 years and was the president. Prior to that, or during that time, I should say, she helped get technology funds for SLPS. She facilitated and worked with the construction, not with a hammer, but you know, with her brains, of Clyde C. Miller and Vashon. This has really been, I think, an unbelievable career in public service for your whole life. And you know, I had forgotten about Jean Lynn. I don't know how I could have forgotten about that. I didn't put that in my notes. You know, I tried to write down the things I could remember. But that's pretty stellar as well. So her impact on the 19th Ward, and Mayor Shamel talked about it in terms of Grand Center, has really been unparalleled. But in addition to that, tackling vacant buildings in the 19th Ward, helping SLU become a major force in the 19th Ward. Always being thoughtful, yet outspoken, occasionally, leader on citywide issues at the Board of Aldermen. She has literally impacted all corners of our city. But you know, don't be fooled by that friendly demeanor and that easy smile. She is one tough cookie. She's fair, always. And above all, she's civil, always. Which I hope we'll bring that back sometime soon to our country and our politics. If you propose a big idea to Alderwoman Davis, she says, "I'll study it." And she does. She listens, she questions, and she leads. Just what you want your elected officials to do. She's smart. As I said, she's tough, and her civil approach has made our city better. So tonight, let me just say that I call her the no drama mama. And I'm so glad to call her my friend. Thank you.
Wow, we've already heard a lot, and I think we all agree with what we've heard so far. Phil, why don't you get started?
Wow, what an evening. I feel like I'm in the City of Angels here tonight. There are so many people here who have big hearts, who love our city, and the Queen of the Angels is Marlene Davis, who has touched us in our efforts to get the Armory District going. That's just the beginning, and thank you so much for your support. But I look here tonight, the Kranzbergs, Steve Smith, Shamel, Lyda Cruson, Mayor Slay was here, Otis Williams, Dale Rousset. It goes on and on and on of all the great people that make our city special. And Marlene, you speak volumes of why we are on the path of good things here in our city. We have keep our shoulder to the wheel, but I'm here because of people in the public service that have touched me, that have helped me do what I'm doing in the city. It's been very inspirational. Otis Williams is another one that is here tonight that touched me in a special way. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be in the city. Joe Rohde supported us in all of our efforts in Midtown, but we did a lot up north, south, but I love our city. We have a great city, better than anyone in the country. We need to get back there in a hurried way. Thank you.
Do you remember, Marlene, when we first met? So the way I remember it, Michael was the alderman for the 19th Ward, and he was moving on. This was we met in April of 2007. And I was doing my first opening in Grand Center, all the things I've done over the years. The first thing was the Mono Museum. And I had not met Marlene. We were going to have a dedication. It was actually a chain cutting to dedicate the Mono Museum on April 14th, 2007. And we were going to bring the dignitaries up to speak on motorcycles. And the way I remember it is I had Vince lined up and Father Biondi and this new Alderwoman Marlene Davis, who I hadn't met. And she said, "Yeah, I'm going to get on that motorcycle and ride up to the dedication." And I thought, this is a different woman. And true to form, they rode up on a chopper to the front of the museum, and that was my introduction to her. What is that, 15 years ago? No, 25 years ago? So anyway, over those years, she's been a tremendous partner on all the things we've done in the neighborhood. And at one level, she's helped me get a lot of the development done. But more importantly, in many ways, is she's been a great and wonderful support counsel. I call Marlene many times. Marlene, how do you handle this situation? What is your advice around this? Give me some guidance around that. And she's always made her time available. And anyway, you are the best. And you are the best. And they broke the mold after you. And so anyway, thank you for everything you've done over the years. I agree with Michael and Joe has said, we love you. And you are just a model of public service. And thank you for everything you've done over the years.
No one's mentioned tax increment financing yet tonight. And that was a major role that Marlene played with the city for many, many years. Of course, I've been involved in tax increment financing. So that was another whole aspect of her life that I was familiar with and loved. And now that I'm retired, I can tell everyone that she is my favorite alderwoman.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alderwoman Laura Keys. I am the new 11th Ward Alderwoman, and I have that title, and I have to give credit to Marlene. She has literally taken me by the hand and led me every step of the way to get where we are right now. She is not leaving me ever. But I want to thank you so much for your guidance, for talking me down off a cliff sometimes, because when I'm ready to jump. So all of those things that you are, and all of those things that you bring to our city, and to me personally, I am eternally grateful to have a mother, sister, friend in you. Thank you.
I am honored in I will say about 5 capacities. One, for having an opportunity to serve with Marlene down at the Board of Aldermen. To serve with Marlene down at the Board of Aldermen, the time that I was there. A learning lesson, experience. All of these are things that have worked for me so well. And to look out here in the audience and see some of them that I served with at the same time, of serving with Marlene, and then leaving from down at the Board of Aldermen and going down to Innovative Concept Academy where I did 13 years. Every last one of those 13 years, I never let go of Marlene. And there was a reason why. Her experience, her knowledge, her patience, it's just rounded in so many capacities. Because she would always tell me, just be calm, Denise. There's another way you could approach this because that way may not be working. And I had to listen to her on that. Now I'm down at the Department of Public Safety. Let me make sure I don't see it. But I am a neighborhood improvement specialist. And when I told Marlene I was going to apply for it, she said, oh, you'll be good, you'll be good. But she left out something. She didn't tell me that I was going back into the same position I left as an alderman. Feeling that you could solve the problems of the world. Taking on the neighborhoods one by one. And having to deal with the bureaucracy that was there. So I had a big learning lesson because being an alderman, you feel empowered. You can pick that phone up and say, hey, I need you to get over there and take care of that problem. Now as an NIS, I have to, but she's talked me through it and told me, Bernice, you're gonna be good. She told me to work with Laura, and I'm like, okay. She told me to be patient because you can still do good things. But that's the type of person that Marlene is. Always looking out to make sure that there's always something good out of anything that you do. Those lessons that you learn and make them work for you. And so I will forever be indebted to you, Marlene. She has just always put me in contact with good people that have always been there. Michael and April and Laura and Dion and Steve and all of the others that I served with. All of it is coming down to this one given point and saying, Marlene, you are the best tutor, educator, nurturer, and I don't want to say mom because I would be dating you, but still in all, the lessons learned, the things that have been accomplished, and all of the desires that you have always said, Bernice, just keep focused, stay on, do what you have to do, and it's going to all work out. So I thank you, Marlene, for all of those lessons.
I just wanted to say that Marlene has been a mother, an auntie, a best friend. Everybody, Tracy. A best friend. You know, whew, this is about to make me cry. That's why I didn't want to come up here. But I'm looking forward to kicking it next month, Gemini. We going now? All right. That's all I have to say. I love you. God bless you.
I'm Ken Kransberg, and I got to tell you, all of you, if you've driven through Grand Center 13 or 14 years ago and remember what it looked like then and see what it looked like now, and you all know that it couldn't happen with the right alderman in that district. Marlene, you have been a godsend for Grand Center, and it is now, I believe, the greatest art district in the United States of America. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you so much. As a matter of fact, Nancy gets jealous every once in a while.
I forgot to tell everybody, I'm Joe Rohde. I shared the ward boundary with Marlene for all but 2 years of her time down there, and she was great to work with. And then she stole Brooks Gattaker. Well, we shared Brooks. And anyway, I had been taking credit for all of Brooks' works for years, and now he went to work for partly in the 19th Ward. But Brooks is up here. We get a special presentation to make.
Thank you, Joe. So I worked with Joe for 15 years. So 15 years, Joe Rohde. And Joe, when I came over to SLU, he said, Brooks, I'm passing the torch on to Marlene, and I've worked with Marlene for the last 6 years. So it has been a pleasure. And, right away we went ahead and said the Gate District West neighborhood, they hadn't been meeting for a long time. Let's go ahead and get that back up and running. We got a lot of those people here tonight with it. We did a lot in a very short time with the Gate District West neighborhood. The Tiffany neighborhood is in the house here tonight too. Great neighborhoods. They absolutely love Marlene. I mean, just love Marlene. I mean, Marlene would come to the meetings and they would just be there and saying, whatever Marlene, she will guide us. She will guide us here, and those people. Yeah. So, and here's some of them here tonight. So, thank you all for being here tonight. We have so many people that love Marlene, are going to miss working with her on a daily basis here. What we want to go ahead and show you tonight is that all these different organizations came together and have purchased you a travel voucher. Not that they want you to leave St. Louis, but we have a travel voucher of $4,000 here for you to go ahead and travel wherever you want to. So by land, by air, that's for you. So $4,000. You can bring people here back to St. Louis, or you can go ahead and go wherever you want to, all right? So yes, that's for you. So we got a $4,000 voucher that's out here. So we love you, Marlene. We wish the best for you in the future. So thank you so much.
I said to a group of people today that have come together to work on an initiative for the city and the region. And I made it very clear that adults are the major problem with accomplishments. We get too involved with who we are, what our title is, our egos, what clubs and things we belong to, when we ought to be concerned about great opportunities for everyone, and you only do the work on behalf of others. Because you see, if you know anything about God and you're not pretending, you don't have those desires. Leroy Grant said something to me the other day. He said, how did they get you to come to SLU? I've been knowing you all these years. You don't show up for stuff like that. You don't even want it. I told him what you did. And you had everybody else do. I don't know if Jimmy Evans is still here. But it was a whole onslaught of people who had to encourage me to accept the doctorate, because I don't need honorary for anything, because I do it for the right reason. In every neighborhood, every town, and I share this with a lot of people. I've worked in 49 of the 50 states of America. I've worked in Puerto Rico. I've worked in all these places. But at the end of the day, the only reason that people even ask me to come and work is because they know what the outcome is going to be. It's going to be about the people, okay? It's going to be a good outcome. They're going to be empowered. They're going to have a better quality of life. And until we get to the absolute of that, we will have what we have today, from the national level to the local level. But I tell you, all of you that are here, from the neighborhoods to the elected officials to those who are appointed in positions, I was a blast to work with you, because we all came to common goals together. Sometimes it was a little rough to get there, but that's okay. That's okay. Look what we did. Look at what you did in the neighborhoods to all my residents. Gay district, you built houses on your own. I never came to a development meeting. I never selected a contractor. I never selected a design. It belonged to you, okay? All right, baby. Tiffany, you don't even have a vacant lot except the one up on that corner by that highway. But you do not have a buildable lot in your, you did that. You did that. Jeff Vanderloo. Oh, Michael, you remember Jeff Vanderloo in the beginning? Lord have mercy. We were driving, saw a pair of tennis shoes up on the wire. I'm at myself, oh no, we're not going back there. Okay? So we got it. We just got to get out our own way and make it happen. Stop the drama and the trauma. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Oh my goodness! Oh! And you know what? Even though I didn't get doorways, because I tried. I tried to get doorways, I didn't have enough land. Because I was too smart, got rid of all my vacant land. But I sure love me some doorways, okay?
We were just a block away.
I know.
We were neighbors too.
I know. But I wanted the whole thing. Thank you again. All right. Woo.
Let's hear it for the Queen of City Hall, huh?
So, hi, everybody. Really happy for Marlene. I've known Marlene most of my professional career, and we have certainly spent a lot of time working on really important issues in all of the neighborhoods from her old ward, and then, of course, from the districts that I worked in. So I am a big fan of Marlene. I don't come to all of these, and I certainly don't come to all of these with a little certificate. So we have prepared a little bit something for you, Marlene, for all the my friend Marlene Davis has faithfully served the city of St. Louis as the alderperson of the 19th Ward from 2007 to 2023. During that transformative period, she remained a staunch advocate for public safety in the city of St. Louis. Alderwoman Davis was a familiar and friendly face to all first responders, but especially to the men and women of the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department.
Her enthusiasm to work with the department in order to find collaborative and creative solutions faced by residents, businesses, and visitors throughout our city made her a pillar of community policing. Alderman Davis's tireless work representing the 19th Ward is deeply appreciated by the SLMPD. We're grateful for her legacy of service on behalf of first responders, the 19th Ward, and the City of St. Louis. Thank you for all you've done, and your accomplishments reflect favorably upon the St. Louis Police Department. I extend my sincere thanks for a job well done. Thank you, my friend.
Alderwoman Davis, Dr. Alderwoman Davis, I just want to take the time to say, Godspeed. I know the best for you is yet to come. Thank you for the example you set for young alderpersons like myself to come in and do it right. I wish you all the best.